Anne?
Yes.
Hi Anne, how are you? I'm Nicole. I'm going to be your occupational therapist today. Would you like to be called Anne? Is that okay? Or do you have another name you prefer?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So Anne, today I'm going to be administering on you the COPM. This is an assessment, so we can learn a little bit about the things you need to do, want to do, or expected to do, and if you're having, any difficulties doing them, or if you're not satisfied with your performance in doing them. So we're going to be addressing 3 specific areas. Well, I'm going to be asking you questions in 3 main areas, which is self-care, productivity, and leisure. So if that's okay with you, we can start. Do you have any questions before?
No.
So I'm going to have this paper here to take notes. If that's okay with you, you can look at them also if you ever feel like you need to. So then we'll start. So tell me a little bit about your day-to-day in regard to, what you do in the morning, like with your morning routine, and how you take care of yourself, like throughout the day.
So typically when I wake up, I like to lay in bed a little bit longer instead of getting up right away.
Okay.
And then I'll get up and I'll brush my teeth. Some days I do, some days I don't. It depends on how I feel.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is sometimes you feel more motivated to brush your teeth and comparing to other days. Okay. And is this almost every single day, or has it been of recently?
It just started recently.
Okay, so that's that. And does this also affect how you move around your house, in regard to maybe cleaning and house management?
Yeah, because sometimes the kitchen's dirty and I just don't feel like cleaning it, and it just sits there for days.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that recently you've been having difficulty, getting up and being able to take care of the house and clean around. Okay. And does that also affect your want to leave the house or go on a drive? Do you feel motivated to leave your house and to drive around, or?
Not really, since some days I don't brush my teeth, so that makes me not want to.
So it makes you not want to leave the house at all. Okay. Okay, and how was it before you started feeling this? Would it be easy for you to wake up and just brush your teeth and be able to leave the house?
A little bit. It was better before. I would do it more consistently, but now I feel like I'm home
all the time. Okay, and you just don't feel like doing anything outside. Okay, so you stopped driving as of recently. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move on a little bit to a different aspect. So, do you work
Yes.
every single day, or?
I only work part-time.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that. What do you do as a job? What do you do for work?
I work at a pharmacy, so I just dispense medication for patients.
Okay, and that's a in-person job, or is that something you do online?
Yeah, it's in person.
In person? So since you've talked about how you've been having difficulty, how has that been with work? It's affected work and how you've been going to work?
Since I don't go to work every day, so I wake up some days for the days that I have to go into work, then I can do things. But after work, once I get home, I just wait at home.
Okay, so you go to work just because it's something you need to do, and then right after you'll come straight home.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about school? Do you go to school?
Yes.
You go to school? How many times a week do you go to school?
I only go 4 times a week.
4 times a week? And how do you feel you've been doing in school? Has your studying habits changed? Has your motivation changed in any way?
I've been struggling keeping up with the lectures.
Keeping up? Okay.
I have no motivation to really do anything once I get home.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is since you don't have the motivation, you have found yourself struggling to keep up with lectures and keep on your assignments. Okay. And then how was this before? Before, did you have any problems studying? Before you started experiencing?
Before, I was okay with it, but now it's
worse? Okay. So is that something you would like to work on, getting back to how you were in school and getting motivated to do well in school? Okay. And now I'm going to ask you some questions in regards to the area of leisure. So what do you typically do for quiet recreation? So when it comes to your me time, things you like to enjoy by yourself?
Normally I like to take a walk around the neighborhood, or I just read a book, or sometimes I just watch TV.
Okay, so you like to read and walk and also spend time watching TV by yourself. Has this changed or has this stayed consistent?
Walking, not really. I haven't been doing it, but the TV.
But you still like to enjoy your TV, okay. And how about for active recreation? Like, what do you do to socialize, like with any friends or any family members?
Sometimes I'll go to my family member's house and hang out with them a little bit, but I'll be there like an hour max, and then I'll wanna leave.
Has it always been like this, or before would you spend more time with them?
Before I would spend
more time. So this also falls into, like, do you tend to socialize a lot with any classmates or any friends, like apart from your family life?
Only if I need to.
Only if you need to. Has it always been like that?
Yes.
Oh, only if you need to. Okay. Okay, so we've covered like these different areas. We talked about, you know, your routine and your morning routine, and we talked about how you're doing in school and work and how you socialize with any friends. Is there anything else that you want to talk about that you find important that we haven't addressed here?
Well, we talked about home management, because before I used to really enjoy cleaning, and that's something that
you really want to work on? Okay, cleaning and house management. Okay. Anything else, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay, so now we're gonna write down everything that we talked about, and we're gonna kind of put them in the list, and we're gonna rate them based on how important it is to you, and we're gonna choose 5 that we're gonna be able to work on initially in therapy. Eventually we'll get to all of them, but first we're gonna discuss the first 5. So we talked about your self-care in the morning, we talked about work, we talked about school, home management, leisure, let's see, back on my notes. We talked about driving, we talked about walking and reading, let's see what else, socialization, and then, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have you rate them from 1 to 5 on the 5 most important that are to you and that you want to work on in therapy. So do you have one in mind already to write on the list, or do you want me to go through them so you can pick the 5?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, so there's work, there's school, there's home management, leisure, so that like socializing, driving, walking, reading, and then I'm watching TV. So that falls into like socialization.
I'll say home management.
Okay, home management. Okay, do you have another one?
Reading.
Reading.
School.
School.
And driving.
Okay. And then you have room for one more. So you have work. Do you want to put work or work? Okay. So now we're going to rate these on how important they are to you. So like I have here, you're gonna rate them from 1 to 10, 1 being not important at all, 10 being extremely important. So first we have work. 1 through 10.
Say a 10.
It's important to
Yeah.
you. Okay. So then next is home management.
Home management, I'll say a 7.
A 7. Okay. 3 is reading.
Reading, a 5.
5. 4 is school.
School, I'll say an 8.
8. And then how about driving?
Driving, a 4.
A 4. Okay. So that was us rating it on how important it is to you. So now we're gonna rate them on the importance on how you feel you're performing, like how you feel you're doing. If you're doing good, like when you engage in them, or not so good. So 1 is not being able to do it at all, and then 10 is able to do it extremely well. So first we have work.
For work, I'll say a 9.
A 9. Okay. Home management.
A 5.
5. Reading.
Reading, a 4.
4. School.
School, I'll say a 6.
6 in performance. Okay. And now driving.
Driving, I'll say a 5.
A 5. Okay, so then lastly we're gonna rate it how satisfied you are with your performance in those areas. So 1 being not satisfied at all, 10 being extremely satisfied. So work.
I'll say a 7.
Okay, a 7. Home management.
A 4.
4. Reading,
4.
4. School,
School, a 6.
a 6. And then 5. Driving,
Driving, I'd say a 5.
a 5. Okay. So I'm gonna keep this note with me. Again, you can always look at it if you need to, and then we're gonna see if we start doing therapy and start working on this thing, so you can get back to performing how you were before, or at least being satisfied with how you're doing and be able to improve these numbers. And then in a few weeks we'll reassess to see how we're doing.
Okay.
Do you have any questions
No,
before you
good.
leave? Okay.
Thank you.